Today I've taken apart 2 leather jackets and 1 fur in order to recycle them into something new. For a few of the larger pieces, well, I just couldn't fit them. So I had to find another way, but more on that later. Placing the pattern for the new jacket on the old pieces was really difficult, and I had to make sure that every piece I had was laid out so I knew where to cut before I could start cutting. And this is what happens if your leather jacket touches your motorcycle's exhaust pipe. I love this detail, so I'm going to reinforce this part and make sure that it's in the front of the jacket. Whenever you're reinforcing leather, lift the iron so the leather doesn't stretch. And once you have the reinforcing fabric in place, well, you can drag the iron, just like I did here. And repeat the process for all the pieces. Okay, I'm excited now. So we're gonna place 1 pocket here and like breast pocket up here. You can see like the details coming out here. Super nice. Here we have the back piece, and like this guy, they had holes here. So I matched them up to get this out, but now I had to hide it somehow. So I'm thinking I'm gonna place this one. Yeah. I think this is gonna look pretty cool. I'm just gonna keep going, attaching this one, and then this piece, and then the upper part. And let's see how it turns out. I think this looks good. All right, here I'm gonna walk you through what will make a good finish. In order to make all the folds and seams flush, you need to use a plier or a sharp scissor and make small cuts in the leather that will allow you to glue it down. And this is mainly to prevent that there's too much leather thickness in one particular area, especially where it will be visible, like on these front pieces. And this is probably the best way to make a pocket flap. And I believe the easiest way to know how much to cut off is by dry folding it like this, do the cut, and then go on and glue. There's like an added layer of pressure when doing this because I don't have more material. So I could mess up a pocket and make another one if I'm doing a normal jacket. But doing it like this this is all the material I have. You see, like I took this part, it's a scrap for the backside of this. So yeah, that adds some pressure to this. All right, so here we have it. I salvaged the buttons from one of the jackets, and these guys I'm gonna use for like the main closing mechanism, but I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna use this as well on the pockets or the slightly smaller ones that I took from the sleeve. And we have a pocket. Finally, we are ready to cut the lining. And this lining, this is a dead stock lining, which means this is old. So basically not this old, but maybe from the 60s, and it hasn't been used. So I thought this will make a great lining for this kind of jacket. What do you think? Ouch. Okay. And it doesn't look much from this side, but this, check it out. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. And I'm going with darker tones because the leather is darker. Otherwise, if I would have like a lighter jacket, maybe you saw my reindeer jacket, I had this one as well, then you could go with a lighter fabric for the sleeves, which I did in that video. But I think this is gonna look really good. Really good, it's gonna look really good. Yeah, really good. So what do you guys think of me doing tutorials of just like separate videos? Only all the steps from how you attach every single point, folds. Do you want to see that? Let me know in the comments, because I've been thinking of doing those videos just like this is how you do this. And another one, how you do this pocket. And another one, how you would cut the lining. Well, you know. Well, let me know if that's interesting to you. Okay, so we have the back piece here. We have front piece, sleeves. It's all prepared. Let's get it all together. This. This is looking really good. Now we're gonna do the collar. color's in place and it feels really good. So basically I just have to attach the lining, do a few detail work, and we're done. I almost missed one of the most important details. It's getting there. Okay, so one thing that kind of is extra not so great when you have old leather is when you do the folds like this, you can't push too hard. It's gonna break. And that has me kind of worried because I prepared all of these in order to make like the traditional holes for the buttons. And I'm not sure this is gonna hold up because the leather is old. So kind of worried about that. Everything is going according to plan, kind of. So one thing that isn't is this. These are the end of the sleeves. One goes here, the other one goes here, and they need to be lined on the inside. So it's basically gonna be like this, and here we need something. And ideally, I would use leather from the old jackets. However, the pieces that I have left, they're just too small. For example, I would have to be attaching stuff together like this, enough to cover this area twice. And it just doesn't make sense because it's not gonna look too good. It's not gonna feel good against the wrist. So I'm calling it. I'm gonna cheat in a good way. Meaning, I'm gonna use this. And come on, I mean, look at the color. It couldn't match better, to be honest. So at least like, yeah, I'm cheating. I'm actually putting some new leather in this project. But it's getting better, you know? It feels like every time somebody cheats, they have a good excuse like, yeah, I had no option. But I don't have any options. Like, seriously. All right, so this was way harder than I thought. So mostly because the leather is 100 years old, and well, that's basically why it was harder. So if you want to do this yourself, I would advise you to use maybe jackets from the 80s because they're typically larger and you would be able to place your pattern quite easy, and it would make your life better, I promise. And I'm also gonna follow up on the part when I was talking about this all the time, like you gotta do the folds of leather in order to have a good finish. And I'm just gonna show you, like it's the seam here, it's as you want it to be. And you can kind of tell that I did the fold here, but it just gives you a cleaner look. And if you don't do that, you would be folding this part and you would have a massive fold out here. And that would not look good. I've done that many times, and I promise you, you want to avoid that. And like, I have a lot of tips and tricks like that. So if that interests you, let me know in the comments, and I will be making the videos for you guys that just want to know, like, how do I make this pocket? Sure, I'll show you, no problem. And if you don't want to see how to make pockets and want to see more stuff like this, there is another video coming up. I am working on a World War II shearling leather jacket. Do you say that? It's fur. And the thing is, I've been working with leather for almost 25 years, something like that. And throughout the years, I've been repairing countless of World War II shearling jackets, and I've been gathering, pattern details throughout the years. And now I have come up with basically the perfect jacket, in my mind, at least. I'm gonna be making that next, so, well, stay tuned. And yeah, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one, and have a great day. Vad fan?